Okay. Hello. Sorry, I had to restart because I didn't think the live isn't working. And my Wi-Fi was like acting up, so I was like, okay, maybe it's not working. So I decided to refresh it. There we go. Yeah, it wasn't working last time. So I'm just gonna sit here and draw and chat and see how's everyone doing. Thumb is like numb. It's because I haven't been drawing in a while. I mean, to other people may think that's not normal. Like for my thumb to go numb. It like scares me because it's like I thought this is like stage 1 stroke. Hola, ¿cómo está? Hola, soy Dora. Hello. Yeah. I had to like refresh it because the app wasn't working. So I was like, let me refresh. Maybe everyone's live streams aren't working. Maybe it wasn't working on people's view. Shit happens. I have this phone like propped onto the windowsill, so hopefully people walking past don't think I'm just recording them like some kind of fucking weirdo. I'll just explain. I'll try. If someone just say, hey, why are you recording? I'll be like, no, I'm doing a live stream. I'll be like, nah, I'm doing a live stream. I'm not recording anybody. That's why when I record, like events, I always like try not to get people, you know. When you record, try not to get people. Or I would just try to blur out their faces. Sorry, I'm literally blowing up. Hello, everyone's here. Wow, it just went from 5 to 28. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm literally, so the reason why I'm blowing it, so I have like all this, you know, like this color pencil, shadings. So, what the hell? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Please do not come over to our house. Good. Happy birthday. Hello. Sorry. What is that? Oh, it's lotion. I thought it was sanitizer. Well, shit. I thought it was lotion. I mean, I thought it was sanitizer. It's freaking lotion. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't want to do that. Hello. Hello. Sup? Clean my glasses again. That was a 70-inch plasma screen TV. So, how can I help you? You must be the great Alucard. Sup? That was a 70-inch plasma screen TV. So, how can I help you? You must be the great Alucard. Sup? Hello? My name isn't, Erica. Or is that like a reference? Because I'm slow as shit. Sorry. Hello. You have a big plush of Durant? No, I do not. Thought there was something crawling on me like a bug. My cats had one job, and that was to get a freaking bug. I don't know what kind of bug it was. It was some kind of weird ass bug. And it's not a freaking roach. I thought it was like a freaking cockroach. My cat literally. My cat's had one job, and it is to get the fucking bug. And the cat, not only once, but twice. Yesterday, there was the bug, and then I couldn't find it. It wasn't big. It was probably like this big, but it wasn't like creepy looking. And my cats just let it go. Actually, I saw it and I was like, okay, I don't have a tissue. Bug. A big bug. Yes, there's a moment. I'm not even country, but there's moments where I have like country coming out of me, and I don't even live in the South. So it's like, I don't know where that came from. Actually, my dad is like definitely country as hell. He doesn't say washing machine, he literally say washing machine. Like he say wash instead of wash. And then he doesn't call it like he doesn't say ambulance, he says ambulance. And there's moments, like I said, that I have like bit of country coming out of me, and I'm like, I'm not even from the South, and half my family isn't country. So where the hell does where the hell does the country come from? Probably from my dad. I remember I said, go on, what did I say? Go on, get. Sorry, I'm just doing some shading. and then I'll be looking at chat. I haven't drawn in a while. Actually, I did. I think I drawn. It's always best to just draw instead of just sitting around. I can't say sitting around on the internet. What am I doing? Sitting on the internet. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to hide this because you are spamming. Yeah, Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I was like, how is this person still speaking? But, freaking banned. There we go, I got it. Here's the pixel art of a Ninetales. Why am I on? Oh, sorry. Your pronouns she and her. Ow. I just scratched myself. What the frick now? Staple. So it's like a pixel art of a Ninetales. And you can see the other Pokemon in the background. Over here. Actually, there's more over here. My job is, my goal is to go all the way around the room. Hopefully it'll fit. I might have to oh yeah, I got an Eevee collection. I got a whole Eevee collection. I don't have all the evolutions, the Jazzwares, sleeping evolution. My favorite Pokemon is Flareon. I have hold on, let me see. I got this from Etsy. This 3D printed Eevee fidget keychain. Not Eevee, Flareon. I can't freaking see. And I got new sheets. I got a comforter. Finally. Why am I on Wish Hat Atelier today? Oh, sorry. Why am I on Witch Hat Atelier today? Where the fuck? Sorry. Are you like gingerhead? No, I'm brunette. No, I'm a brunette. Oh, there we go. I'm freaking blind. I was like, where's the list of the Gen 1 Pokemon? I'm stuck on Gen 1. What the fuck? Do you weigh 70 kilograms? I'm actually 124 pounds. I lost a lot of weight. I looked at myself, I looked at my old pictures. I was a fucking fat ass. Holy crap. I was like, no wonder people call me fat. I was like, they're not fucking wrong. No, I promise you, I'm 26. Well, how I lost all that weight is I have I have celiac disease, which means I cannot eat gluten or I will get severely sick. It happened back in, I think it was 2022, where I literally was in so much pain. I was in the bathroom in so much pain, vomiting. Um, Actually, and then I thought, okay, maybe I just had some kind of stomach bug. And then I went to the store, and this was right after I ate gluten. This was right after I ate like McDonald's, which also fast food makes me sick. Um, so that's like a good motivation. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of glad fast food is nasty. I'm kind of glad because that literally motivate me to not eat fucking fast food. Because I would eat a shit ton of McDonald's, freaking Wendy's, freaking Burger King. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of glad the food is gross. Oh, I can. I just have to eat gluten-free pizzas. There's gluten-free pizzas that don't taste like fucking dog shit. Um, I'm on a gluten-free diet. I've been on a gluten-free diet for a year. So it's been a year and I lost so much weight. I was 160 pounds. I was it 160? Maybe I was like 163. I was fucking huge. I didn't think I was that big until I look at the old pictures. And I was like, damn, no wonder people call me fat. I was like, no wonder people call me fat. I was fucking huge. Um, and my original, I'm trying to think how many pounds was I? Was 100, like back in 2019, I was 115. Um, well, it's not because I'm like, oh my god, I'm fat, I'm ugly. The reason why I want to lose that weight is because I don't want to fucking die from a heart attack. Um, I didn't want to die from a heart attack or have a fucking clogged artery or have a stroke or, I don't want to get diabetes. I'm probably going to get diabetes in the future because it runs in the family. Even healthy people get diabetes. It's like you can go on a nice diet without eating all this junk and shit, and you'll still fucking diabetes just sneak up on you. Like, fuck you. Oh god. Um, trying to see. Um, you know what? Let's see. I'm trying to see what Pokemon I can draw now. For Gen 1. I even am drawing like the evolutions, like the different evolutions, like Pichu, which was like probably like Gen 4. Um, what the fuck? Are those birds? Oh yeah, these I have 4. No, 3. I thought I had 4. I have 3 bird feeders. I'm feeding birds like Dr. Dolittle. Plus, it entertains the cats. It makes the cats behave because these cats are little shitheads. These cats are a bunch of little shitheads. Let's do a Doduo. How do you spell? I literally forgot how to spell. Spell Doduo. Oh, that's the manga. Hey, but yeah, oh god, please. Oh god, not the Pokemon. Not the sexualization of Pokemon. Oh my god. What is even the context of the Vaporeon? It's like Vaporeon and Vaporeon Lopunny. I was like, what? What is like? I know there's some people that would sexualize Pokemon, but there's some that look exactly like. There's like some Pokemon that look like people, but there's some that look like animals, and I'm like yikes. Like, what is so attracted to a animal? I mean, they're not real, but still, it's like, what? Oops. I don't know how to spell pixel, apparently. Sorry. I just want to make sure. Sorry, I had to move it because there's a car pulling up and person was looking at me, thinking I'm recording them, because my phone is literally propped up. Okay, that was weird. So, I swear to God. Someone just pulled up. Maybe they were lost. I always overthink. I always overthink. Oops. Nope, not this person. Thinking someone just pulled up, took a picture, and leave. Oh my god, what is with these nasty asses? What? Chat, what the fuck? Sorry. Oh god. I don't really pay much attention to the weird ass fucking. We got different Pokemon fans. I don't really pay attention to that. I really wanted to play that new Pokemon game, but I do not have a Switch 2. Because I'm me cannot afford a Switch. I usually have this spare piece of paper so I can. Let's see. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what? Yeah, I don't know what the freaking lore is. There's a bunch of weirdos. When you join the wrong, it's like when you join the Pokemon fandom at the wrong time. I think this is the right color. No, that's pink. Why the fuck? Make that make sense? The color it looks red, but the thing on the paper is pink. Make that make sense. I'm trying to get a fucking red. I know there's a red in there. Wait, is this red? Unless I can pull that blue. Jesus Christ. I can't. Chad, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, here we go. I got it, we got it, chat. We got it, chat. I am doing good. I am just trying to get... Alright, I got it. We're drawing on Digio. First. Put that yellow back. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, anyway, back to the gluten-free diet, because I got really sidetracked. Hello, ADHD brain going. Burr. Yeah, I lost all that weight. Although there was moments where I did like flunk on my diet because you're just sitting and chatting and having a conversation, while I'm drawing. There's like gluten-free stuff, but there's like some gluten-free stuff that is not good for you. For example, there's like gluten-free cake and brownies, and I was like, oh, Brit, you're so stupid. Like, literally on this, like, right in my room is the Nut Girl Scout cookies. I'm not gonna say the brand because I don't want to get a copyright claim. Because I don't think you're supposed to be saying brands on stream. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't want to take a hit. It's these, like, they look like Girl Scout cookies, which they're like s'mores. And I'm like, yeah, just because it's gluten free, although it's like gluten free diet, just like certain stuff that are healthy, and there's certain stuff that are not healthy, but there's like no wheat whatsoever. Like, I can't have wheat at all. But back what I was saying, I got sick. Like, when I was sick in the bathroom throwing up, and I was like, okay, maybe I have IBS. Or, not IBS, stomach bug. And I was like, okay, maybe I have a stomach bug. And then I went to the store, and then this was like right after I had gluten. I was like, okay, maybe it was the freaking fast food. Just made me fucking sick. Because fast food's gross. But my mom made something. Like, it was like grilled cheese. They paid nothing to it. And I'm also lactose intolerant, but it's not as bad as celiac. And I remember standing in the store, and of course it was like cold outside. And you know that feeling, it's like it hurts so bad that you just sweat. You just feel like you're gonna pass out, and it's like that moment where you're so sick that you're immediately like sweating. And I remember like my stomach was really hurting. It was like on my upper stomach. And I said, Mom, I'm not feeling good. I need to go to the bathroom. She's like, okay. I have a cat in the bed, but I don't hear a cat. Went to the bathroom. I freaking threw up. And it was just bad. It was literally so bad that I remember just hunched, like, keep in mind, this is a public bathroom. Fucking public bathrooms are never clean. But I could care less about fucking sanitization. Like, I could care less. You know what, my fucking wellness was much more important than a fucking unsanitary toilet. I did not give a shit. No, I'm wearing socks. I didn't give two shits. I remember, like, I was living on that fucking toilet bowl. Just vomiting. In a store bathroom. And my mom messaged me. She was like, are you okay? And I said, no. I said, Mom, I'm really fucking sick. I was like, I don't know if we have to go to the hospital or not. I was like, I am puking. I am throwing up bad. Oh, thank you. I'm waiting for Jazzwares to make freaking Leafeon. I think Leafeon's next. And then Glaceon and Sylveon. I do love my Flareon. Actually, that was like the most plush I actually, like hug. It's like, oh, it's fur. It's like, this goober was like a rare find, rare air. Um, it's my baby. It's my child. This is my child. It's my favorite. It was actually someone's on, like I got it from eBay. Um, wasn't from a scalper. Oh, it's so soft and it's very squishy. I didn't get it from a scalper. Um, someone like had it and they wanted to give it away. Of course, I put it in the washing machine. Um, like whenever I get like plushes from like eBay or Mercari, I always wash them because it's like I don't know what's in your house. Although they do say like, oh, it's washed. Like whenever I sell my plushes, I always wash them, obviously. And I always tell people I have cats. Because there's some people who are like allergic to cats. Um, and someone was like, "Do you have cats?" And I said, "I do." And they're like, I think it was like a Labubu that I was giving away. And they said, "I'm severely allergic to cats, but I want this Labubu." And I was like, "Okay." It's like, listen, if something were to happen, that's my fault. Yeah. Where's the cat? I see her. Hold on. Let me move the Eevee. There she is! Right by Scully. There she is. Taking a bath. Living life. Living her best life. I'm surprised they don't mess with them. Because I've been so upset. So, anyway, I was like hunched over onto the toilet bowl. Sick as a dog. And my mom's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I am not." I was like, "I think we need to go home." I was like, "Either we need to go to the hospital or we need to go home." Mom's like, "Okay, well, let me check out and we can go home. And if you're still not feeling good, we're going to the hospital." Cool. This was in 2022. And this was like, they're like, "I wonder if you have celiac disease." Of course, we don't want to like diagnose ourselves because we're not like those idiots that will diagnose themselves and, assume without seeing a doctor. Sorry, there was a squirrel. I get nervous whenever squirrels or any other animal crosses the road because people are that heartless. And I do not want to see an animal get run over in front of me. Otherwise, I will be seeing a therapist. Um, I just don't like seeing that. Um, so my mom's like, "Well, there's like at home testing, like online doctor, and they give you um a test where you can it was like an online doctor because this was still the COVID era. This was still during COVID. So, I mean, was it? Yeah, it was sometimes still in the COVID era. And so they gave us a kit. I had to get a freaking hair sample. No, I'm not mad. I'm erasing and this desk, and I have this desk and lamp. So the lamp is like smacking onto the thing. No, I'm not mad. If I was mad, you would know it. I had to get a hair sample, which that was fun. Although luckily, luckily I could just run my fingers in my hair and I would just get like a piece of hair. Like, especially, they said a hair sample with the freaking follicle. So I'm like, okay, pull my hair. I'm like, how much hair? And I'll go, we need a hunk of hair. We need a hunk of hair. So yeah, we need like a hunk of your hair. That's not what the person said. It was like the directions like put your hair sample in this where the fuck it was. Give you like so there's a kit, put your hair sample, and then you mail it. It goes to a doctor. They diagnose you. It was an allergy test. Okay. Pull my hair out. Put this in this little weird ass thing and ship it out to the mailbox. Cool. Come back. No, celiac disease. Of course. It's like one of those like at home like allergy tests, and then you like there's like a shipping label, and then put it in, take it to the mail person picks it up, goes to a doctor, diagnose you what allergies you have. You have celiac disease. Nice. That's what I like to hear. Good to know I'm not just dying. Although they're like, hey, haha, you have celiac disease and you can't have gluten for the rest of your life. Cool. Haha. But this is the real kicker. The real kicker. So you can have gluten. I was like, okay, well. So I was on a gluten-free diet. Then my mom, there was like this stuff called, it's like, it's a pill. It's non-prescribed. Like, it's not like you get a prescription. It's like, it helps break gluten. So guess what? My careless ass takes the tablet, takes I call it the gluten pill, helps you break, it's like I can't say the brand, it's like that tab where, it helps you break dairy. It's called L with Tade. And my careless ass was like, oh, cool, if I take this, I can eat any gluten. So guess what? I took it and I was eating gluten without any issues. I take 2 tablets, eat gluten, nothing happens. Well, I did this so many times throughout many years that in maybe 2024, which was possibly last year, it was to the point where it never worked. And I got sick. And my mom's like, it's not working. And I said, right. No more gluten. I think I'm going to start off the new year. No more gluten. No more fast food. Hell, I uninstalled. I installed my DoorDash app. So I don't tempt myself into ordering DoorDash. Because, man, I was living on that DoorDash. Then again, I also, that was also my New Year's resolution, is to not spend so much money on DoorDash. So I uninstalled DoorDash. that was my origin story. Welcome to Brit's past. It was like that, like with the lactose intolerance, it was never like that. Like, there was moments where I do have a lactose intolerant issue, but it wasn't as bad. I remember when I was younger. It was like the gluten sensitive. It was like the celiac disease, but it apparently I grew over lactose intolerant. But I'm like, there's no way you can grow over it. It sneaks in here and there, especially when you get older. But when I was in high school, I didn't have any issues. But I remember in middle school, I could not eat anything with dairy without taking that tab. And I remember a bunch of people, this was middle school, the fucking worst time of the year. People would be snitching on me and being like, telling me I'm doing drugs. You have the principal, come here. I'm like, nah. I was like, they ain't fucking snitching, they think I'm doing drugs. They're like, what is this? What is in that bag? They're like, what's in that bag? I'm like, that's my dairy tabs. I was like, it helps break dairy. And they're like, oh, okay. Have a great day. I had fucking bags of ecstasy or whatever fucking pills I have. They thought it was a bag of pills that I'm popping them to get myself bugging and tripping and tweaking. I was like, nah. It's like, if I was doing drugs in middle school, my mom would kill me. Nah. Yeah, but I don't want to get suspended. I almost got suspended. Possibly like 3 weeks into the school year. Because a kid was bullying another kid and I was defending her. And I was the next victim. I was like, this is what happens. This is what happens when a fucking bad bitch Betty doesn't mind her business. Me trying to be bad bitch Betty. Trying to play superhero. And help. That's what happens. Be nice. Trying to help this poor girl who was getting picked on by this boy. And after the whole time, these two were fucking friends. And I'm like, you could have at least told me you two were playing. The whole time, me playing freaking Wonder Woman, they were actually fucking around because I couldn't tell. Because the girl sounded generally upset, but you know, like people like fuck around with each other. You can't, like, my freaking ADHD brain. I swear, I think I had like half autism in me. Because whenever someone sounds distressed, I always assume they're distressed. Like, this kid was taking this girl's book, and they were like running around the classroom. Like, the girl was like chasing this boy. And the boy's like taunting her, like, neener, boo boo. And I'm playing freaking superhero. I said, give that book back. That's not nice. I snatched that book from that dude's hand and I handed it to the girl. And the girl looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, there you go, I helped you. This girl was like, bitch, we were fucking playing. I didn't know. Whenever someone sounds upset, and like something like that were, if it was something like that, wouldn't your first thought be, oh, they're getting bullied, I better do something? This is what happens when I was being a fucking badass. Yeah, I could have, but I want them to think, I want to get suspended. Oh, I was like, these people fighting. Sorry. I was, blowing into my hair. But yeah, you would think, oh my god, a kid is taking someone's stuff, running around, and a girl was chasing after him, sounding distressed. You would think, oh my god, this person's being bullied. Because I never had that happen to me. Actually, I did, but I assume that's bullying, when in reality, it was just people messing with you. Not because they're being mean, but they mess with you because, sometimes people say, oh, they like you. I'm like, well, I don't want people touching my stuff. I was like, God forbid if I touched someone's stuff, I would get in trouble. Plus you're not supposed to, I was literally raised not to touch other people's things. But, yeah, the girl, looked at me like I was crazy when I handed the book to her. And I'm like, this is your book, right? And she's like, yeah. And she, took it, and then she still gave me this look. Like, I was crazy. And I'm like, why is she looking at me like that? I didn't know these two were friends. And I was like, well, that's what happens when a bitch should mind her business, I guess. But I was one of those people that would defend somebody. That was my way of raising. Like, oh, you're in distress? Never fear, Brit's here. Like, there was numerous times where I would, God, I remember in school they called it the bully box, which was, it was a one way to report bullying. So, you put the person's name, then you put it in the box, and I guess the principal looks into the bully box and be like, okay, what's his face and what's their name? So the bully box, they literally be like, okay, what's the name of the bully? First and last name. I'm like, I was like, okay, first of all, I don't know their last name. So I literally would describe what the kid looked like. It's like if you don't know the person's name, you just it's okay to describe what the person looks like. It's just like, I guess like a police investigation. It's like if you don't know the victim's name, okay, describe what they look like, draw a picture or some shit like that. Put the name of the bully and then tell what happened. And I remember I did this maybe once. No, it was two for me. It was two for me. Which the bully box did not do shit. The bully box was a fucking. The bully box was bullshit. Because it did not do shit. And some of the freaking counselors didn't do crap. I mean, of course. But when my mom is involved and something were to happen, oh, they were all up in arms. I remember literally 7th grade when I got bullied and my mom was confronting to these girls. They weren't messing with me, but there was one girl that was messing with me, but I was trying to avoid her to prevent her from messing with me. And my mom found it quite odd because, I was taking my sweet ass time. I was literally making shortcuts and she knew something was up. She's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, nothing. And she's like, is this girl messing with you? And I'm like, no. Pull up the driveway. And I was still in fucking distress. She's like, what's wrong? Whenever someone says what's wrong, it's, this feeling, it's like when you're trying not to cry and
school and someone tells you, "Are you okay?" or "What's wrong?" You just fucking broke down the stairs. That was like that in the driveway. I just started crying and I was explaining everything. I swear, my mom backed up that car so fucking fast. I said, Mom," and she's like, "No, I'm gonna." It's like scene from Family Guy. I just want to talk to her. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. She confronted, and about a week later, this was during a Friday, so literally Monday, the freaking cop showed up at the door and said that my mom was yelling and swinging. And my mom says, "Nope, that didn't happen." And he's like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Nope, you can talk to my daughter. I was nowhere near those girls. You look so old." Oh my, holy crap, you're still. She thought I died. Wait, who the hell are you? I'm trying to remember. How old? I'm trying to think. When was this when you were on my channel, bruh? Like, what? Like, 2019? Oh my god, Donut? Oh my god, yeah, it's been a while. Oh shit, you know what, bro? You know what? After everything that happened, bro, that was my fault. I apologize for being an, that was like my apologies, bro. Like, Lily, I apologize for being an asshat back in like 2023. I got a toady, a doo 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 doo, a dee 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 dee, doo doo doo, da 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 da, oh doo 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 doo. No na na na, oh na na na, dee 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 doo doo. She's the most laid back cat. Yeah, I got a new cat, Donut. That's my fourth cat. Actually, I have 4 cats now. You know what? You know what, Donut? That's both of our faults. We were young and stupid. Even though I was fucking 23 years old. Like, I don't know. Maybe this was like me with. Yeah, I have 4 cats. My oldest one is up. Jesus, she's up there. Girl. She's a tortie. She's a tortie! Yeah, I have 4 cats. I've got her as a stray from the harsh winter weather. It was literally like below 0. and there was 3 cats. And we had a huge snowstorm, and my dad was out there shoveling until he heard meowing. And so my dad she was like trapped under the shed, like under my neighbor's shed, and he had to like dig her out. And I've been feeding them. And I did not get good nights of sleep because I'm like, oh my god, these cats are freezing. They have no homes. And I'm thinking, what can I do? I was like, there ain't no way I'm gonna bring 3 cats into this house, because then I would have 7. No. Yeah, 7. No. And, you know, come here, little Torty. You're not going out there because Mama's a bitch. You're not going out there because the mother is a bitch. I'm gonna close this because my iPad's dying. I've been drawing and drawing until my phone is done. Plus, the cat needs her window. Alright, little honey. Her name is Nico. The other 2 I got were strays. I was like, of course. I was like, every cat I get are strays. Except for Max. That's the wrong plug. I got a new iPad too, don't I? Because my old iPad died. I got a new iPad. Because my old one died. Finally. Okay. There you go, Nico. Look, the Pokemon stuff in the background. Better than that crazy Dora shit. Yeah, it was like cold and winter. Yeah, I feel more confident because I actually lost all that weight and I actually feel better with myself. I actually feel like I'm kind of feel like I feel less like an asshole. Oh my god, I've been watching this new anime. I don't know if you guys know this anime. It's called what's called Witch Hat Ateliette. I called it Atelier. It's called Ateliette. I just call it Witch Hat. This new anime that like came out this month. I remember there was a whole lot of good reviews of this anime, and a lot of my mutuals watched it, and I was like, holy shit, I need to watch this. It's basically like it's like fantasy and magic and witches, and I was so ingrained. My god, the freaking graphics and animation is so. It reminds me of like Studio Ghibli movies. It's like hits you in the fucking face. But anyway, so I was feeding the cats because there was like 3 other cats. There was a big black cat. There was her. There was Nico, and then there was a gray cat. Cool. And we have like a shit ton of cat food, especially cat food that the cats don't fucking eat because they're picky as shit. But the cats will, and also some of my cats don't even finish the food, so I basically bring the leftovers out to have them finish. I need to upgrade my freaking Gil collection. I do have a little V corner. Let me see if Lil can be on my lap. You should see how big she is. She's probably huge. So I was out there feeding them. Alright, come on. Okay, you can't lay there. You can't lay there. Woo! Almost took your face out, Lil.
something proper on for it with SB on. You're still into that Disney game? Oh yeah, not as much. Because I was in Guild Wars. Whoa. I just found new games. Hello. Trying to fix this. There we go. I just decided to try something new. Which was New Carnival. New Carnival, and then I'm back into Pokemon Go. I still have my account, which that makes me happy. I didn't know that. Well, let me fix Pokemon. I literally have my phone. Yeah, I don't think I'm bored of it. It's just too overwhelming. Cause it's just, I love the game. I do. It's really good, and the Twist Wonderland has an anime now, which is based on the manga. So now we have anime and manga. The anime was peak as shit. It was on Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus, so literally I rely on my friends. Donut, do you still have Discord? Or did I friggin' unfriended you? I think I like unfriended. I did unfriend a lot of people because I was cleaning out my friends list. Because there's some people that don't even use Discord anymore. Because I gotta tell you this, and I could probably send like a voice message. Because holy crap, this is a journey. You won't believe this. Plus, I can't say this, in this live stream. Cause oh yeah, I think I did like probably like years ago. I think I, bro, there's so much I need to unravel because it is a shit show. The whole year from 2023 all the way to 2025 was a shit show. Holy crap. I think I looked in the mirror and I swear there was some gray hairs. I think I am getting gray hairs. Because the amount of stress. I will say I am on anxiety medication, so yes. Yay! I need some. I fucking did. I definitely needed freaking anxiety medication because something right now. It was either like some sort of antidepressants. I definitely needed it. And no, I didn't go to church. But yeah, back to the cat. I was feeding the cats, and I noticed when I was feeding the cats, Nico was the first to approach me. This girl was on her hind legs, trying to climb my leg, and I was like, oh god, no. Do not dig your claws into my leg. I don't know where those claws been. I do not want to have some funkity funk crap in my system. I don't know where you've been or what was on those under those claws. No. And she was like trying to rub herself against me, and it was so hard because I was like, oh my god, this cat is loving me, but I don't. She's dirty. I was like, you're an I don't want to say alley cat. You're a stray cat. I don't know if you got fleas. Apparently, people say, oh no, you can't get fleas in the winter because they die. Yes, you can. You can still get fleas because they jump to animal to animal to animal, and fleas don't just always go to the animals. They hide in the carpet. They're everywhere. They hide into fabric. You can still get bugs. Which makes sense. It's like you can get bugs. Well, it's like, why do you think we get spiders or any other bug in the winter? Trying to get in to get warm. What do you think the fleas are doing?
So I'm like, no, I don't want to bring fleas in. Because I had cats with covered in fleas, and that was a shit show. That was when I brought Lil and Mama. Yes, the cat is still named Mama. Hasn't changed. So anyway, the cat was loving me. I was like, well, good to know you're not an asshole. They weren't mean. They were, the other two were skittish, while this one was lovey-dovey. That's a female, but her name is Nico. I chose that name. Plus, I got back into Nanbaka. Which was another anime. And I read the manga, the Nanbaka manga, on a website. If only there was paperback. Actually, there is paperback, but it's in Japanese, and I don't read Japanese. Oh god. So, literally went to feed them and opened the porch door. The cat, Nico, flew into the back porch. There was icicles on her fucking whiskers, and her eyes half frozen shut. I said, you're done. You are done in the outdoors. I went inside, and I was just crying. And my mom knew what was up. Because the first time, it was the black cat. It wasn't Nico, it was this big black cat. I broke into tears because it was literally the dead of winter. It was the fucking worst winter. It was snowing. Then we had like 12 or maybe like, we had a lot of snow. It was like probably 12 inches. Was it 12 inches? 7 inches? I'm trying to think. We had a shit ton of snow. Yeah, I think it was 12 inches of snow. We had a massive snowstorm. Here in Maryland. That was fun. That snow didn't go away until fucking March. I thought the snow wouldn't go away till May. I was like, oh god, you wake up fucking white. I was like, I haven't seen grass in so long. I probably don't know what grass looks like. And I remember this big black cat was looking inside the porch. Because I had a cover up porch. He was looking inside, looking sad, like, I want to go in and get warm. I fucking cried. I was like, oh god, I am so sensitive when it comes to animals outside getting cold. I just have a heart for animals, and I get so upset. God damn, why do you think I feed these animals, even though they're out in the wild? I don't like to see animals go hungry or get cold, or get too hot, or without any food and water. I literally came in. I literally was crying. And then when Nico flew in the porch, with like her eyes like half frozen shut and icicles, a dead ass. There was icicles on her whiskers. And I went inside, I was crying. I said, Mom's like, let me guess. First she's like, what happened to the cat? I said, oh, don't worry, the cat's alive, but the cat is in the porch. I said, the cat flew into the porch. And she's like, did it? And I said, yeah. And I said, I don't want to take it back out. She's like, we're not. And I'm like, well, what are we gonna do? She's like, well, we're not taking it inside. We gotta get her tested at a vet. Cool. Sorry, these two, Lil and Nico, love to play. Sometimes Nico can be a little too rough, and I would hear Lil squeal. They love to play, but Jesus, Nico is too rough. She will literally ride the cats on the back. Hey. Too much. Exactly. she was literally smacking her in the face.
Like, they weren't fighting. That's why with that one, like, YouTube short, that's why I said they're playing, not fighting, because I don't want comments being like, oh my god, Bright's recording them fighting. She's a terrible cat owner. Oh, if they were fighting, it would have thoroughly flying, and they would have been going, Rah! Like, that's not fighting. That's playing. Trust me, I would never record cat. I'm like, my cat's fighting. They would have been shrieking and squealing. Oh. Yes, I'm still drinking Diet Coke. I also am now drinking zero sugar Dr. Pepper. It's the with the cream. Dr. Pepper, zero sugar with cream. It's so good. But I feel like sometimes Dr. Pepper makes me a little sick. I can't drink too much of it. But Diet Coke and zero sugar Coke, decaf. Oh my god, yeah. I tried the strawberry. It tastes weird. I also was trying to taste like alternatives. Like, what was it? Poppy? No, it was Olipop. People said, whenever I drink Olipop, it makes me almost shit my pants. I said, yup. They said, I swear to God, this Olipop, it was on a TikTok, and we were like, have you guys had Olipop? Because I swear to God, every time I drink this stuff, it's like a laxative. Every time I drink it, there are moments where I almost shit my pants. I said, yup. I said, yup. I was like, yeah. Because I used to drink Olipop. And I used to like the cream. I don't, and all of a sudden, I just don't like it. And the cherry tastes like medicine. Oh my god. I swear, I used to drink Pepsi, now I can't. Pepsi tastes like freaking pine. No matter what kind of Pepsi it was. It could be Pepsi Zero Sugar, Diet Pepsi, regular Pepsi. I can only drink anything diet. I can't drink anything regular. Like, no matter what kind of Pepsi, I can't drink it. To me, it just tastes like pine. It's like I'm drinking toilet cleaner, even though I've never drank toilet cleaner. It's like it smells. The taste was a smell of a toilet cleaner. Actually, people say, "Oh yeah, I use a Pepsi to clean my toilet." I was like, "Huh, no wonder it tastes like." I was like, "No wonder it tastes like pine. Probably fucking pine soap. Probably freaking carbonated pine soap." Um, but yeah. Anyway, um, the Olipop cherry tasted like medicine. I did not like that cherry. I didn't like Olipop in general. I people use people say, oh yeah, I use Pepsi to clean my toilet. Yeah, some people use Pepsi to clean toilets. I never did it. Actually, I think I did it once. It works. I was baffled. I was like, holy shit, are we just drinking fucking toilet cleaner? Yeah, you can clean your toilet with fucking. Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought these people were just bullshitting. I was like, you know what? I'm bored. Let me see. Dump some fucking Pepsi in the toilet. Clean it. Oh, fucking clean it. It's not sticky. It's not gross. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, bro, what? But yeah, we took Nico to the vet. Have her tested. She was this was a real kicker. We thought she was anemic because she was like, my god, this cat. My mom looked at me. She says, I'm sorry to say this. This cat is ugly. I said, Mom, this cat is a stray. I said, trust me, You would look ugly too if you've been in the streets, in the outdoors for a while. I was like, we would all look ugly. And I was like, I think this cat is just like, she was like falling asleep, and I was like, yeah, probably because this cat is in a warm place. I mean, this cat slept for 20. I think this cat was like in a mini coma. She slept and slept and slept. I was like, that'll do it. I'd be sleeping too if I was out. If I was homeless and someone let me in with a hot fucking meal, a beverage, a warm bed, a shower, I'd be sleeping for 24 hours. At first, I came in and checked on this cat because I was like, is this cat alive? This cat was sleeping for a while. Got up, used the bathroom. It was day one. The cat already knows how to use a litter box. Because that was my first thought. It's like, okay, that's the easy part. Teaching your cat to use the litter box. Pull a litter, pick it up, plop it in a litter box every time they gotta go. And then all of a sudden, I know how to use the toilet. And I was like, oh, that was easy. But this is the real kicker. So they did all these tests, give us the medicine. And I was like, are we keeping this cat? And my mom said, after all that money spent, yeah, we're keeping it. Well, there was moments where we were almost got rid of her because we thought she was never, like, because the other 3 cats did not get along with her. Every cat was growling and hissing. I was like, well, at least they were just growling and hissing and not trying to kill her. Especially Max, because he's a male. He was ascending dominance. He's like, this is not a fucking kingdom. The hell you doing? This was a real kicker. To the cat inside. Noticed that she looked like she was in pain. And we're like, what the fuck? So we're like in we put the cat in the spare room. She goes in the spare room. This is her room. We used to. Took a while for these cats to get used to each other. I had her since February. Yeah, it was February. Noticed she was in pain. They said they gave her a dewormer. Like a dewormer? Because she had worms. We noticed she was squatting on the floor. And we're like, oh my god, she's going to take a shit. We had a litter box. We picked her up. I went to pick her up to put her in the litter box. Dead ass. This cat literally shit. She made a massive shit. Like, I picked her up. It was like a baby just blew up a diaper. And I picked her up, and then I put her in the litter box. She was still shitting. I said, well, that's what a dewormer did. That was the point of a dewormer. Make sure there weren't any fucking worms. I don't think there was worms. Thank God. I would have been so sick. And the smell was egregious. It smelled like death. I wouldn't be surprised. She was probably eating dead animals. And I remember my mom and I were looking at each other. Like, you know that moment where it's like something happened? Like a massive mess? Like, you get like a massive mess or something broke. This is massive, like, broken glass or anything, like, messy. You just like, stand there, like, contemplating, like, what the fuck do we do? My mom and I looked at each other like, where do we start? Where do we start? I was like, this cat just fucking shit all over the floor. It was on the carpet.
It was on the wooden hard floor. It was a mess, and I remember putting every towel on the floor in case she did that again. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? I mean, we used every cleaner in the joint. I was like, well, Britt, you signed up for this. And after a few days, she didn't crap herself. She did. There was moments where it was a solid stool, and then there was some that was like straight up diarrhea. I was like, I think her stomach was all like mixed up because I did give her new food, so her stomach was like trying to adjust. And I'm like, I was like, yeah, she's probably used to eating freaking dead animals and certain brand cat food, and then we give her something different, and she has that. I was worried because she hadn't had a solid stool in a while. And then finally she did. I was like, oh, thank God. I thought we had to go back to the vet. Now, let's fast forward to her second vet appointment, which was getting spayed. This was a real kicker. I get nervous whenever, like, if a cat, when you spay it, like, neutering a cat, chop the balls off, you're good. Chop the balls off, do a little stitcheroo, you're done. Versus a female, it's like a hysterectomy. Tie them tubes. Cut them open, tie the tubes, sew them up. Put them in a onesie with like a suit for, I think they said 6 weeks. Or 4 weeks. Maybe 6 weeks. I don't know. It felt like 12 weeks. Because this gets better. What I mean by better, I mean worse. And I was like, you know what, Brett, you signed up for this. Number one, you signed up to have another female cat, but I wasn't expecting this. Because I get worried whenever, you know, any animal gets surgery, because it's like, what if they don't make it? I don't understand. What if they don't make it? Got a call from the vet. My mom picked up the phone. Now you know it's not good if the vet is already calling. I'm like, oh sweet baby Jesus, what's going on? And I remember hearing through the phone, it's like, oh, don't worry, she's fine. However, we do have some issues. You can't just say, don't worry, she's fine. But there's some issues. It's okay. The patient's fine. They just have stage 5 cancer. You can't just say, oh, she's fine. By the way, we have some issues. That's very good. Yeah, that's very reassuring. I remember hearing, no, she doesn't have stage 5 cancer, but they said, I would just do a prime example. I was like, you can't just say, oh, by the way, it's like, yeah, your patient's, he's like, yeah, the patient's fine. No, she didn't have cancer. I was just making a prime example, and I don't get these doctors. It's like, oh yeah, they're fine. However, we do have a problem. I'm like, you can't just say, oh, they're fine, and then say, oh, we have a problem. Oh, trust me, if Nico had stage 5 cancer, that would have been too late. She would already been dead. It gets better. I didn't know the context. I could barely hear. Plus, I was already in my. This was probably before I was on fucking antidepressants. So my mind was spiraling. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? What's going on? So I'm literally occupied in my own thoughts. Then I hear my mom say, what? No. How many? On my mind went from 0 to 100. I thought, she's got tumors. Or cancer spots, or whatever, whenever someone says, oh my god, how many? I'm thinking, my mind just went straight to tumors and cancer. And my mom like looked at me and she says, Nico's pregnant. And I'm like, what? It's my exact reaction. I was like, huh? Luckily, the babies were not, it was like she just got pregnant. This wasn't like a while. So these babies weren't fucking developed. They were probably like fucking little dots. They're just undeveloped babies. There was nothing. And they said, if we do this, unfortunately, the babies aren't going to make it. However, if you like, we could skip the surgery, let her have the babies. Then she can come back and it's like she can come back as like she can have the babies and then she can come back and get spayed. No, because I don't know how many kittens she will have. I can't imagine myself with a bunch of fucking cats. Plus, it would not be fair for Nico because then she would be locked up in the spare room for months. Because whenever I was like, maybe that's why this cat was so lovable. And maybe that's why the female cats were very skeptical because they can smell pregnancy, and maybe that's what a male cat was all like, "Hey, babe, you got some babies? What's up? Hey, girl!" Like they can smell pregnancy, smell them fucking hormones. I was like, well, that explains it, and that explains why she was so tired all the time. Like she would run, and then she falls asleep. I was like, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the context. Oh, this gets donut. I got a lot of unravel because I just got a message from. I got a message from. Ooh, I got a message from somebody. Oh god, there's a lot of unraveling. Oh, welcome. This is like a origin story. I might as well freaking call you. After this stream. Because, if I send a voice message, it'll probably be like 20 minutes. Because there's a whole lot. Gossip. So, yeah, she was pregnant. I was like, damn, Nico, you got rid of your babies. My mom asked, like, is she gonna remember? And they're like, no, because she just. They're like, no, she won't remember because those babies are not developed. Cool. Awesome. Because that would be really shitty. She'd probably go through a whole depression. It would be cute to have babies. Little torties, but there's no way in hell. I don't know how to deliver kittens. We don't know how to deliver kittens because yeah, we had female cats, but Mama already had her baby. That was Lil. I don't know how to deliver kittens. And my dumbass is gonna get attached to those kittens and not wanting to get rid of them, and we probably have 9 cats running around in the house. I was like,
I was crying. I remember standing in the store fucking crying because I was like, this is sad. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, this can't be happening. I think I was so freaking overwhelmed of what was going on that I started fucking crying in the store. It's like, man, we look like a stupid idiots, just both of us crying. So, girly got her surgery. It was, I think it was like, trying to think. I don't know how many weeks. Oh, I think it was 14 days of the pain medicine, which makes little Miss Nico cuckoo true, like make her all loopy and shit. I mean, this what I mean by loopy. Um, I think, like, what I mean by loopy, I mean this girl is in La La Land. She's just crazy. She's just drugged out. And this was like 14 days. I was like, great, 14 days to have this cat all fucking drugged up. But that was like the side effects of the pain medicine. I was like, damn. And we have like a like a ring camera, like a little camera in the room, and we'd be like my mom has a camera. Oh, good. Now we know that's you. I don't think I did unfriend you. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, I know. I changed my name. I went from, I think my name Brainless Cell was there for a while, and then it went from Brainless Cell to Cheesy. Um, oh, don't worry, no one will know my Discord. Um, it's like cheesy, and then it was like a lot of, and it was like cheesy something. It was like cheesy, and then with a bunch of letters. I remember like Discord's new updates, like you don't have to add numbers now. I was like, oh, huh. That's great. I was like, well, you know what? That's kind of much easier. Welcome to some ASMR. BritASMRVA doing ASMR doing whispering. I got a model head, like from head to shoulders. So I do a little bit of like maybe shoulder massage, like scalp massage ASMR. Now that I'm very confident of showing myself while doing ASMR. Um, but yeah, cat, vet, spade. We're gonna fast forward. We always check her incision. We always change her onesies. Let me tell you, changing her in the onesie was a pain in the ass. I mean, she was so well behaved, but she was just done. Look, lady, look, cat, we're just as done as you are. That's like, you're not the one having to. I'm like, we're the ones changing your ass. You're just existing. We gotta forget. ASMR point of view is you beating us up. Yeah, one of those ASMRs where it's like, oh no, I remember this one TikTok where it was like ASMR, and it was like this guy in a Spider-Man costume just beating up pans and scratching the mic with a fork. I swear, I think if I did that, ASMR trigger request covering the camera with your hand, no talking. Oh my gosh, I remember the Mr. Handman. I remember there was this one person on the stream that I finally like had enough. This guy was always like, put your hand over the camera. No, he's like, let me see your hands. I remember this guy was like, can I see your hands? Put your hands in front of the camera. It was like every stream. Yes, Donut, I actually wiped out my entire stream playlist. 100. I think it was like 100 and I forgot it was like 100 something. I think it was like 129. I'm trying to think. I like wiped my entire playlist before getting this channel monetized. I remember there was this guy who was like, "Can I see your hands? Let me see your hands." And I did this, like, and he kept asking, and it was like every stream. Yes, and I was like, okay, that's enough, and we just like the moderators removed this person because it was just crazy. It was funny at first, but then we just like got annoyed. I was like, is she not happy with the streams? I mean, oh, there was moments where I was like miserable. Like I enjoy talking. No, the thing was like I do enjoy streaming, but it was just the constant trolls and creeps, and there was moments where I think I remember I made a whole rant that I wasn't happy streaming, and I said it makes me not wanting to stream because of shit like that. And I was like, I get it, it's the internet, you're going to get these kinds of people, but I said I'm just not happy streaming because of these people. It's like bewitching hour. It's like a certain time and you get the fucking weirdos. It was, I swear, I think I remember it was like 4 o'clock on the dot and everyone and their damn brother was acting like idiots. It's like, is this like a bewitching hour? What the fuck? Jesus. Yeah, it was, I remember I was not. Is she not happy with the streams? No, I was not. I mean, I enjoy streaming. I was just tired of like the trolls and the just trolls, and then like the trolls bullying, literally bullying the fans and the other people who were just trying to enjoy and chat with me. And they were being creepy around like these other people who were like definitely like not comfortable, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, man, this is a huge disaster. Really? I remember cringe culture was a huge thing in 2020. Oh, I thought you said cringe culture. I say cancel culture. I know. Yeah. Actually, before 2020, actually, I think probably before, like, everyone used to friggin' be cringe in a good way. Until, like, I don't know, maybe like 2022, where people were like, ugh, brother, ugh. Nowadays, it's like, God forbid if you do something cringe, you get friggin' bullied off the internet. And cancel culture, let's not forget that. Oh my gosh, everyone and their brother gets canceled over the dumbest shit. Exactly. Like, I remember, like, looking at my old videos in 2019, like, my old TikTok videos on my old TikTok account that got hacked. And I could no longer log in. Oh, hello! Thank you! Thank you, Diego, for the gift! Hey, thank you, Diego, for the gift. Thank you. Thank you, Diego. Cancel culture is extremely left up right now. Did you hear about the creator? Yes. Gachiakuta. Yeah, I remember. I've never seen that anime, but I remember the creator just is deleted their Twitter. Then again, that is a toxic fandom. That's a very toxic fandom. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Oh yeah, one of my friends watched that. I started watching Witch Hat Atelier Day. Atelier Day. I called it Witch Hat Atelier. It's Atelier Day, or I just call it Witch Hat. Like I say, it came out this month. I saw like Keyfree, and I saw this man like literally in my Twitter feed and on TikTok and on Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I need to watch this. And there was like certain scenes, and a lot of my friends were watching it, and I was like, I need to see what this anime's about. So I watched it. Holy fucking pig! I was like, I need Monday to come faster. I never thought I'd never been eager for Monday, because every episode comes on Monday, both sub and dub. I think it's on Netflix. Um, I was like, oh my gosh, I never wished for Monday in my whole life. It comes every Monday. It is so fucking good. I did watch another anime. I think it was called May I Ask for One Final Thing. That was suggested by my friend. It was really good. I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, it was a it was in the it was a manga. I need to read the manga. Um I love Keyfree. He is so fucking cute. He is fucking cute and hot at the same time. He goes from mother to motherfucker real fast. Hey! Almost called you Travis. Treville, hello! Thank you! Um, he goes from mother to motherfucker. I saw the TikTok and I say he goes from dad to daddy. I freaking love him. And I also love the kids. Like, the kids are really cute. Um, Coco, I could freaking relate. And I was like, I like stumbled in on TikTok and I was like, I need to see this. It's really good. So I might just read the manga. And I remember reading the whole Nanbaka manga. It was like over 400 chapters. It took me from May to July to finish the manga. Yeah. Actually, it took maybe like 3.5 months to finish that manga because I was busy with stuff. I didn't know Nanbaka had a manga. And they just ended it with a crazy ass fucking cliffhanger that did not make any sense. They just left it as that. Then again, they told the creator to wrap it up. Come to find out, that manga was actually a sequel. And I was like, what prequel? No, it was a sequel. And I was like, that whole shit was a fucking sequel. Yeah. Nanbaka is still kicking. It's a small fandom. It's small. It's pretty small, but people still there's still people. Oh, this also gets better. Of course, yeah, every fandom has toxicity, because, trust me, I'm not looking forward. Oh, yeah, that was like me with Twisted Wonderland. It was like event after event. I haven't even finished the main story. Like, I haven't finished chapter 7. Like, the whole of chapter 7, and I haven't read chapter 8. Because I got so burned. It was like back to back to back to back events. Versus New Carnival, I mean, yeah, there's like back to back events, but New Carnival, it takes like 20 days. Versus Twist, it was like probably like 12 or 9. Twist was just very overwhelming.
Don't get me wrong, I love the character still, and I love the game. And I did watch the anime, and I can't wait for season 2, hopefully. I mean, the anime did come out, like, the end of October. And I read the manga. And I'm giving away my manga. Giving away the manga. Because it's like, you know, if I want to watch it, if I want to read it again, I want to get it away. Plus, I was like cleaning out my room. Because my room was a fucking nightmare. I don't know if you can see the difference. I mean, my room is still a fucking nightmare. I have a stitch corner that I'm trying to clean out. It's a whole like shit show. Yeah, I was like, you know, every fandom is but yeah. Happy I'm monetized finally. It took me a while. I've been trying to get monetized. I was worried I was not gonna get monetized. But I was like, you know what? Between doing stuff on Ko-Fi, selling handcrafts on Ko-Fi, which that's a new thing I'm doing, is selling handcrafts. Patreon, audio and video commissions. And then monetization. I was like, we're good. And also selling stuff on Macari. No, I don't think you were there when I told you. But I'm selling stuff on my Macari page. Trust me, there are some fans and there were some people that I used to associate with did buy stuff from my Macari page. And as soon as I cut ties, I literally would block them on my Macari page because I didn't want to get fucking harassed. Can you imagine harassing me on a shopping app? That's crazy. Yes, there was moments where I cut a lot of people off in my life because I just want to live my life. And trust me, it did not, like, the friendship of these people did not last long. Like, I started being friends with them for, like, maybe February. And then I just completely cut ties in literally May, like this month. Do I remember J-Word? Oh, yeah. I gotta tell you this in a freaking, maybe in a call or what. Like I said, but plus I don't want to make this a gossip stream. Plus I always get worried about people, like, you know, snitching. Like, hey, this girl's talking shit. Well, you know what? There's 100 Jordans. I'm sure there's 100 freaking Jordans. It's not like she was the only Jordan. I think Jordan has a new name. Or is it still Jordan? I don't know. I remember there was a whole lot. Holy crap. I do remember back then, do y'all remember, like, in the early, like, 2020s, people used to self-diagnose, like, people with fake DID or autism and ADHD or Tourette's. You don't get these people anymore. I was like, yeah, they grew up. People are like, we don't get those people anymore. I said, yeah, they probably grew up and realized how shitty that was to do that. I remember there was a lot of people that used to fake freaking mental disabilities. Literally during the COVID era, people used to do that shit. Now they don't do that anymore. I was like, well, good, because that was like awful. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, what a year. We're in 2026. Although, you know what? This year of 2026 was a shitty year. This year of 2025 was a shitty year. This year of 2024 was a shitty year. I mean, everything was just a shitty, shitty, shitty year. sell some of my like stuff. But yeah, I have a Macari page that I was selling. I first started, like, I did have a Macari page, but it was me shopping. Oh, I'll tell you this in a call. I'll tell you this in a call. Because I don't really like doing like streams where I'm just like gossiping, because you never know, someone could join in and be like, hey, did you know what's that's like? Yeah, you know what? You know what? Actually, I might just end the stream and I'll just like maybe call you and give you the freaking tea. Cause trust me, get comfortable. Cause it's a lot. I usually call on my iPad because on my phone it doesn't really work. People can't hear me on my phone, but I got a new iPad. Got a new iPad. I think it's an iPad Air. Some other iPad Air. My other one, shit. So I remember the battery. Like, it was one of those like batteries where I'm trying to think. I remember like I had a really bad battery health, and like you plug it in and all of a sudden it just dies. And I had it plugged in for a while, and I think it burned, like the port like burned through the iPad, and it stopped working. Like, it did not want to turn on. I was okay. Like, I wasn't like panicking because I knew that iPad was gonna kick the bucket. I already knew when that battery had poor battery health that this iPad wasn't gonna make it. I mean, yeah, my phone. This is a iPhone. Like, I definitely do need a new phone, but it's not like I'm one of those people that will say I will use it until it dies. I'm one of those people that will use technology until it dies. And I said this with my iPad. My old iPad, I had it since 2016. It was still kicking. I said, I'm not getting a new iPad. My mom kept saying, you want a new iPad, you want a new iPad. I said, no, ma'am. She's like, are you sure? I said, yeah. I really preferred a Nintendo Switch than an iPad. My mom's like, okay, but if you get this Nintendo Switch, this was in 2020. She's like, okay, if I get you this Nintendo Switch, you won't be getting a new iPad also. I said, good enough. She's like, are you sure? I said, Mom, I will use it until it no longer works. Next year. Brad, hey Brad, are you thinking about getting a new iPad? Nope. Is your iPad good? Yeah. I kept telling her, I said, Mom, I'm gonna use it until it no longer works. Just like with my phone now, my old iPhone was a 6. The one I have now was like a 13. Still kicking. I say that and then I say that and then watch. Next week, it fucking dies and needs a new phone. Let me tell you, transporting all that stuff was like baby steps. It was like literally, it was like Britney proof. Like, here, dumbass, this is how you do it. I remember transporting all that stuff back then was much more of a pain in the ass than it was. Like, it was much more pain in the ass back then than it is now. Literally, it'd be like, okay, plug in your iPhone, connect your iCloud and all this stuff. Okay, bada boom do bang. All right, turn on your phone. Go to your iCloud. Okay, what's your iCloud username? Okay, what's the password? Okay, do you want to do A, B, and C? Yes. Okay, wait a moment. All right, everything is in. All these apps were in. All of my, like, all I had to do was log in. Log in of all of my social medias. It was freaking easy. All I did was transport my iCloud storage. You know, at first I panicked because I was like, what if I was like, I can't turn on my old iPad. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna lose it? They're like, well, you could just also connect it to your phone. I was like, okay, cool. Because at first I thought I had to use another iPad, but it's the same, works the same way. That iPad is a year old. And I love it I love it so much. At first I said to my mom, I don't need a new iPad. I don't need a new iPad. Because I didn't want her to spend that money on an iPad. And I said, I can get it for my birthday. She says, well, I already got you one. I said, did you? I said, you might need a new iPad. I literally said to my mom, because I didn't want to be spoiled. I don't like to be spoiled. I said, no, thank you, Mom. I don't need a new iPad, not at the moment. I said, I can live without an iPad. I can live without an iPad. Well, clearly, because no one would be able to hear me on my phone. But then I would have to go on my shitty laptop. That's a new thing. I need a new laptop, but that won't be anytime soon. I rarely use my laptop because, my laptop is a fucking dinosaur. Even though I did update it and I did do a little cleaning and it kind of worked. I remember how slow my laptop was. Until I did a lot of cleanup on my files. I had freaking old ass recordings. Hell, I had recordings from J Word. And D Word. I say the letters because I didn't want the drama. And I was like, no wonder I was like, no wonder my shit's slow. I have all these freaking old ass recordings. And I'm like, well, that one's from 2019. Okay, the other's from 2020. The other's from 2021. I was like, okay, well, shit. Yeah, I cleaned out a shit ton on my laptop. I mean, it's still shitty, but it wasn't as slow as it used to be. And I kind of did, update. And it definitely needed to update. And I was like, alright, well. And my iPad is a freaking, not iPad, my laptop is a Dell. Not the singer. It's a Dell. Dell. And I was like, you fucking Apple laptop. Are Apple laptops still a thing? Just everything Apple. Or maybe not. Maybe I can just get. I don't know. I don't want a computer screen. I don't want anything wireless. Yeah. I love this iPad. Clearly, I needed that iPad because I do a lot of shit on my iPad. I even record with my iPad. I do a lot of ASMRs on my iPad, and I said, I don't need an iPad. Clearly, I do. So my mom says, I already bought you one. I don't want to be like, why the hell would you do that on me? And I said, Mom, okay, Mom, I'm going to wait till my birthday. This was February. My mom's like, you're seriously going to wait till May? I said, yep. She's like, girl, just take the iPad. I said, why? She's like, just take the iPad. It's taking a lot of space. She says, girl, just take the iPad before I accidentally lose it. Because every time we get stuff early on for Christmas or birthday, it always disappears. I'm sure there's probably old stuff that's probably for my birthday or for Christmas or someone else's Christmas lying about. And I said, I'm gonna wait till my birthday. My mom's like, just take the iPad and start it up before we lose it. Because that iPad wasn't cheap. And I said, are you sure? And she's like, yes, you need it now. I was like, okay, I know. I thought I was gonna need help. My mom doesn't know anything about Apple. I know everything about Apple. But at first, the majority of doing the whole transfer thing was my mom's friend. And I was like, hopefully I know what the hell I'm doing. This is my first time doing this shit. It was fucking easy. So I'm sure it'll be like that with my phone. It was like I just go on my iPad. Oh, we'll connect to your phone. Yeah. I was like, fucking great googly fucking moogly. I did it. Mom was like, is everything good? I was like, yeah. She's like, your photos there? Yep. All your apps? Yep. Yep and yep. I remember like when I had my new iPhone. It took a month of Sundays for Twist to load up. Because I had Twist when I had my iPhone 6. And it took forever. It will take more forever now. All that fucking data. And iCloud storage. Now I got freaking new Carnival, freaking Twist, and Pokemon Go. I'm having people still play Pokemon Go. There's people in my area that play Pokemon Go. I was like, well, I thought Pokemon Go was dead, but people are still playing this game. I play it. And I'm happy I still have my account because I thought I was going to need to make a new account. All I did was put my phone number in. All I did was implement my phone number and dead ass, all my shit was there. All my shit was there. I was like, I remember, like, my Flareon was named Pyro. And I was like, when did I ever name TGC? Um, you know what? I just literally just forgot what I was saying. I literally forgot what I was going to say until I was reading the chat. Oh god. Oh, the Pokemon trading game. Oh, oh yeah, I think I remember that. Oh, I think I remember that one. It was like a gotcha. Yeah, with the Pokemon cards. Okay, yeah. God, I wish I had my old Pokemon cards. I did buy, I found my freaking, I found my freaking DS. I thought oh yeah, I said, oh yeah, my Flareon was named Pyro, and I was like, since when was I that creative with names? And I remember I did like, so like for evolutions, if you name a certain Eevee, it gives you each element. Like for example, if you name your Eevee Pyro, it becomes a Flareon. Because when you evolve an Eevee in the game, it's randomized. And I was like, since when do I name? Since when did I get creative? Like I remember there was one called Rainer and Sparky and Pyro, and I was like, since when did I get creative with names? And why did I name my Pokemon? I've never named my Pokemon. Why did I name it? And I remember there's like a system. If you name a Eevee, I think one was Luna. Actually, I think I could just look it up. Pyro is Flareon, Sparky is a Jolteon, Rainer is um okay. How to wait, how evolution works. I remember if you name your Eevee Kira, it becomes a Sylveon, and I thought you have to complete because there's like a buddy system for like your Pokemon, so it like walks with you, and you get these hearts. And I thought you need like all 4 hearts. I got like 3 hearts, and my Pokemon like was like, oh, get ready to evolve your Eevee. And Pokemon Go. Oh, the name trick. It was like the name trick. Yeah, Vaporeon Rainer, Jolteon Sparky, Flareon Pyro. Oh, Espeon was Sakura. Sakura. Not Sakura. Sakura. Umbreon Tamao, Leafeon Linnea, Glaceon Rhea, and Sylveon Kira. Now for my Glaceon. For my Glaceon and Leafeon, there's like these like lores, which was one was like I forgot what kind of lore it was. Yeah, here it is. It was like random roll. Espeon, make Eevee your buddy, walk 10 kilometers to earn at least 2 candies, and evolve it during the day while it's still your buddy. So that's how you get an Espeon. And an Umbreon, make Eevee your buddy, 10 kilometers, same thing. Evolve it at night. Leafeon, spin a Pokestop and use a Mossy Lure module. Evolve your Eevee while in a range of a stop. And of course, I was I was doing Pokemon Go in the car, instead of walking. This is much quicker to get your kilometers. Glaceon, spin a Pokestop and use a Glacial Lure module. Sylveon, make Eevee your buddy and earn 70 buddy hearts together, which upgrades your buddy to a great buddy once you hit 70 hearts to evolve. The evolve button will automatically show Sylveon. I hope we get another evolution. I hope we get another evolution. We haven't had one in a long time. Because I remember there's a new Pokemon game, which I just started Pokemon. I don't know any of the other Pokemons. I remember looking when I was playing Pokemon Go, I was like, I don't know what the hell are these Pokemon. I'm stuck on freaking Gen 1 to 3. Maybe Gen 1 to 4. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom again because I got like a bladder of a 90-year-old woman. You're so Sigma. I have not heard that. Man, I haven't heard that in a while. I should change my buddy icon. Huh? Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me go get the cat. Let me go get Nico. Come on in. Hey, come on. Nico, come here. Nico. Nico. Come on, Nico. Nico. Come here. Nico. I got Lil. I'll give Lil some space. Actually, maybe I could just send you voice messages, but I don't want to like spam you. Donut with like voice messages because yeah, you said earlier it's like, oh my god, you're still alive. I thought you died. Yeah, can you believe I'm 26? I literally just turned 26 not too long ago. Hold on. I have TikTok on my iPad. Whoa. Yeah, because, Discord does voice message. Is it crazy that the English voice actor of Keyfree almost, like... oh my god. Not gonna lie, and this is not like a thing, but the English voice actor of Keyfree looks like Stampy. At first I thought it was Snappy. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Keyfree's English voice actor. He looks like Stampy. Not in like an offensive way. It's just really thought that was Stampy. Oh shit, we are. Oh shit, we are both 26. I just thought, it's kind of much easier. Yeah, cause Mets. That's what I do when I rant. When Discord, like the Discord implemented like voice messages, I was like, this. It's just much easier. People are like, well, why don't you just call? And I'm like, well, not everyone wants to call. People are like, well, since it's like a whole lot unravel, it's like a lot to send a message, if you know what I mean. So like whenever I unravel a lot of shit, I either send a voice message or like call. It's just much easier to use my voice than it is with text messages, especially like stuff like that. And people are like, well, why don't you just call? And I'm like, well, not everyone wants to sit in a Discord call. Not everyone wants to sit in a Discord call. But yeah. I also think I said this earlier to chat, but I lost a lot of weight. I long story short, I got celiac, celiac disease, which is like a gluten allergy, gluten sensitivity, celiac, which means like if I eat anything gluten, I'd be very sick. Actually, I think I mentioned it. I think I told you. Yeah, I think I told you. I think I had it when you were around. Because I was diagnosed like in 2022. But I'm completely like gluten free and I lost a lot of weight. I went from 160 to 124, which people thought I was like underweight, and I was like, that's not underweight. I don't look underweight. I also got muscle mass. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream because I need a moment to like rest. Um, rest my back. Oh, oh man, what a small world. Well, don't know. I could just unravel everything that happened. We could start from the very beginning, which was the S word. um, if you're down, either I could send you a voice message or call or whatnot. But I'm just gonna say there's a whole lot of shit going on. But yeah. By the way, everyone, thank you very much and thank you for the gifts. I'm trying to upload. I really am. I do have a video that I just made. I think I have 2 videos in the making. Um, it's just, just take a little break. And I also want to unravel and just take a small break and just watch anime because I'm getting back to watching anime. And also getting back to different fandoms. But yes, thank you guys. And I really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day or night. Lots of love. Love you so much. Bye bye.